Now we'll go into an important term, what is power and power factor. So in all our circuits, we are dealing only with AC signals, right? So even in your house, if you in your house, the supply in the main is also going to be an AC voltage. So everywhere it's going to be AC, and DC is used mainly for storage and charging. Okay, so we'll find what is the power in AC, and also we'll define what is power factor. So consider an voltage, AC voltage V is equal to Vm sin omega t, and an AC current I is equal to Im sin omega t minus theta. So from the two equation, what can you infer? From the expression for V and I, what is evident to you clearly? What is evident
Current is
from
lagging.
the, yes, see the angle of I, it is minus theta. So I can say if you draw the phasor, V will be along the reference plane and I will be somewhere here. This will be your V and I. Is it clear? So current is lagging your voltage by exactly an angle equal to theta. So now I am going to find what is the AC power using these two expressions for voltage and current. So I knowing the expression for V and I can find what is V effective and I effective. Or I can say I can find what is V RMS and I RMS. The formula, you know, it is peak value by root 2. So V effective is going to be Vm by root 2. I effective is going to be Im by root 2. So what is the apparent power you get? The apparent power is going to be V effective into I effective. So Vm by root 2 into Im by root 2. Or I will get the apparent power is going to be Vm Im by the apparent power means the power which is got by considering your RMS value. Very, very important. Apparent power is the power which is got considering your RMS value. You know the expression for power is voltage into current, right? So in that V and I'll be using VRMS into IRMS. You know VRMS is Vm by root 2, IRMS is Im by root 2. So root 2 into root 2 will become 2. So the apparent power is going to be Vm Im by 2. Or I can say the DC component of power is going to be Vm Im by 2 because it does not have any term involving time or angle, correct? So it is going to be a constant power which is going to be dissipated inside your circuit. Now we will go for average power. The average power means I have to multiply the expression for V and I and find out what is the DC term there. So power is going to be V into I. V is Vm sin omega t. I is Im sin omega t minus theta. So Vm, Im constant, bring it out. So remaining you have sin omega t minus theta. What is sin A, sin B formula? Or what is 2 sin A, sin B formula? 2 sin A into sin B. What is the
Cos
trigonometric
of A
formula for
minus B.
2 sin A, sin B?
Cos of A
Cos
minus
plus
B
B
minus
minus
cos
cos
of
A
A
minus
plus
B,
B.
sir.
Yes, same thing I'm applying cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. Your A is omega t here and B is omega t minus theta. So cos of A minus of bracket B minus cos of A plus B. So in the first term, you see if you expand omega t minus omega t plus theta. So omega t will get cancelled. So it is just cos theta. Second term, you see cos omega t plus omega t is 2 omega t minus theta. Okay. And now I am substituting everything in terms of effective value, RMS value. You know, Vm is equal to VRMS into root 2. Im is equal to IRMS into root 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. Already you have a 2 here, so you can cancel these two things. Inside you have cos theta minus cos 2 omega t minus theta. So if you expand the terms fully, you get the answer as V effective I effective cos theta minus V effective I effective cos 2 omega t minus theta. Same way here also we see you get two terms. One is your DC term, another one is the time dependent term. And this term is constant because it depends. V effective is constant, I effective is constant, and this cos theta, if you know if theta is fixed, cos theta is also constant. But here you see time is coming. So this is time varying waveform, and this is going to be the DC waveform. You remember what is the first, when we did the first example today, we took the DC term as the average power, right? So this term V effective, I effective, cos theta is going to be is called as the average power or the actual power or the real power consumed by your load. See, if you are working with AC signals, If they ask the question, find the power consumed by the load, it is going to be equal to VI cos theta. So the phase angle between V and I will also come into picture. Whereas in DC circuits, it's going to be just VI. We don't have any phase angle in DC, so it is going to be only VI. But in AC circuits, the real power is going to be P is equal to VI cos theta. So far we have seen two powers. One is the apparent power, Vm Im by root 2, or second one is going to be the real power or actual power or average power. It is going to be VI cos theta. And theta is going to be the phase angle between V and I. Very, very important thing. Please listen, please understand these two powers carefully. And these two powers are only for AC. For DC, you have only a single power, P DC equal to V into I, or V square by R, or I square into R. But for AC signals, you have two powers. One is called as apparent power. This one is called as real power. So definitely you should have one more power called as reactive power. So what should be the expression for reactive power? The one is VI. See, this one is VI. See, if you see, it is V effective into I effective, correct? This one is V effective, I effective, cos theta. So what should be the expression for reactive power? Can anybody guess? Can anybody guess the expression for reactive power? It is not given here. I am just asking you to guess. So if sine is coming now, naturally, what is the pair of sine should come? If sine is coming means what should also come in your expression? Cos should also come, right? So when you write, see here we have cos. So when you write sine, it will become reactive power VI sine theta. So three power is there: VI cos theta, VI sine theta, and VI. VI is your apparent power. VI cos theta is your real power. VI sine theta is your reactive power. Is that clear?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
sir, I can't understand, sir. Reactive power means?
The reactive power is actually because of inductor and capacitor, L and C. You have L and C in your circuit, right? The reactive power is actually, it is not consumed by your circuit, it is stored in your circuit. The power dissipated is actually the two powers, this power, apparent power, and the real power is actually dissipated. But the reactive power is measures the power stored in your circuit. Because inductor and
How did
capacitor, I
sine
told you,
theta come, sir?
we'll see that we have a power triangle. Maybe I'll, if you look at that, you will understand. But I'll show you that. We for now understand we have three powers. One is apparent power. It is V effective into I effective. Real power V effective I effective multiplied by cos theta. And you have one more power V effective I effective sin theta, which is called as reactive power. I'll explain that once you see this. You have a diagram for power triangle. Maybe I'll explain that to you. You will understand that. So see here, now we'll go to the expression for power factor. I'll clarify your doubt once we come to the power triangle. Okay, that should be clear to you. The
Sir,
power
another
factor,
doubt, sir.
yeah, yeah.
Sir, in the average power, you told that V effective, I effective cos theta is only average power, no, sir. But what about
Yes.
the another term, sir, like minus V effective, I effective cos 2 omega t minus theta?
This is your time varying term. Can you say any fixed value for this expression? The first
Sir,
term is
but for
fixed. It is not
AC,
going to change.
AC means it will always vary, no, sir. So,
That's what I told you this. I shown you this waveform, right? This power waveform I showed you, right? Even though it is varying, the average value remains the same, correct?
yes,
See
sir.
here, the average value, that average value is going to be Im square R by gamma, which is your DC term there. Same way here, the average value is going to be V effective I effective cos theta, which is going to be same throughout. The average value is going to be same only, and it is going to vary above this and below this only. So this is going to be our reference, right?
Okay, sir, understood, sir.
The sine wave, normal sine wave, your reference is zero because it varies from 0 to Vm and 0 to minus Vm, positive half cycle, negative half cycle, correct? So effectively, you would say the average value is zero. But when you consider AC power, it is not varying with zero. You see, it is completely above your line, correct? So it is the average value is not zero. It is somewhere positive, and that average value is your first term. That is what we got it here. It is V effective, I effective into cos theta. This is our average value. That average value we call it as average power here because it is V into I. It is voltage into current. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Now
Understood,
power
sir.
factor, we'll take we know the two expressions, real power and apparent power. Real power is VI cos theta, apparent power is VI. So if you divide these two things, that is going to be called as power factor. The power factor is given by cos theta. The power factor is given by cos theta. And what is theta? Theta is the phase angle between current and voltage. So for AC circuits, this power factor will be a crucial factor. So it is a measure of how much effectively the power is transferred to your load. And you'll have three types of components. You will have resistor, inductors, and capacitors, right? So for that, the power factor will be crucial. So the power factor is given by cos theta, and understand that theta is going to be the phase angle between voltage and current. So the reference is going to be always we take with current only. If current is going to lag the voltage, means the power factor is lagging. If the current is going to lead the voltage, means power factor is leading. Okay, so please understand this very clearly. And you know cos theta, you know the maximum value of cos theta is 1, minimum value is -1, but power factor is division of two powers. It cannot be negative, right? So I restrict the minimum value to 0. Actually, cos varies from -1 to 1, but the minimum value we fix it as 0 because we are dividing two powers and power can never be negative. So the power factor varies from 0 to 1. The maximum value is 1, minimum value is 0. So in the exam, if they give a PF of 0.8 means the power factor is 80 percentage. Okay. And we have three components, resistor, inductor, and capacitor, correct? So for resistor, voltage and current will be always in phase. If you draw a voltage vector here, the current vector will always take the same path of voltage. V and I will be same. So the phase angle is going to be 0. So what is, if the phase angle is 0, what is the power factor? What is cos 0? The cos 0 is going to be 1.
1.
Okay.
One.
So yes, in a resistor, power factor is 1. If power factor is 1 means these two powers will be same. Real power will be equal to your apparent power. Okay, cos 0 will become 1. These two power will be same. So for a resistor, V and I are in phase. So the entire power becomes a single term VI, which we know power across the resistor is going to be VI. For inductor and capacitor, you know that current for inductor voltage leads the current by 90. For capacitor, current leads the voltage by 90. So the phase angle is 90. So what is cos 90? What is cos 90?
Zero.
0.
0. So what is the power factor of inductor and capacitor? It is going to be 0. Okay, if you put 0, the power factor is going to be cos 90 is 0. So you see here, if you put cos 90 equal to 0, this real power will go away. Apparent power will be there. I told you one term what is reactive power. So what is reactive power? Vi sin theta. So if you put theta equal 90 there, sin 90 will be 1. So it will become Vi. So L and C are called as reactive components. So they will not have real power. They will have only what is called as reactive power. Now is the doubt clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So real power is only for resistance. So reactive power is only for L and C. Please understand the difference clearly. Okay, power we are stopped with power factor. So anybody is having so far? It is all theory, okay? The problematic portion is over in this unit. So we are going to have some theory portion, and at the end, we'll solve some problems based on dependent voltage source and some problems in AC circuits. So with that, we'll wind up unit 1. And this weekend, surely I will give you assignment 1 consisting of 8 questions, each 5 marks. So assignment will be for 40 marks. Already I've written an MCQ test, so I'll consider these two for your internals. Okay, for your first internal exam, which will be held, maybe the timetable will be notified to you. You have to write one assignment, you have to write one MCQ, and you have to write your exam. So these three things are required. You have finished the MCQ for me. So the pending is assignment 1, which I'll be posting it in the classroom by this weekend. I'll be posted by Saturday so that you can do it, and you can submit the assignments by. You can take you can take a week for solving and submitting. Okay. Any other doubts in today's class? Any other doubt
Oh, sir.
in today's class?